some very interesting things happened last night, and I don't want to speak on all the details, but I was having one of my little depression fits, and they all showed up in my astral space, all three of them, him, her, and Mr. Cheeks, and their reaction, especially his, shocked me. So it put me in a place of I was starting to have epiphanies, and I was starting to think, and I started piecing it together, and I realized that they're not following him anymore. They're just doing what they want, because just the same as I was telling you guys about when you're a kid and you get a whooping or something from your dad or your mom, you're in a room and you're just like, fuck them, and I'll do all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? But you're a kid, but you have the ability to like move mountains and shit. Or you're a kid, but you're like on the Twilight Zone and you're sending people to the cornfields and shit. See what I'm saying? So he was different than a normal kid that would be pissed at their mom. And it went too far because he brought, he did all kinds of shit, you know, that it was powerful. And as a result, now this is just a hunch here, but I'm very sure of this shit. I'm very sure, and I just don't know why I know that I'm so sure of this, but I just feel so strongly about this. So you're in your room, right, and you're mad at your mom, and so many years goes by. It's been 10,000 years or so, and say 2,000 years, maybe 4,000, and you start, man, you know what? I ain't mad at you no more, Mom. Sorry. You turn to the monsters. What are they gonna say? What are these things gonna say? You turn to them and say, no more for y'all. They're gonna be like, hell no. We're still gonna run the whole program. So what I'm seeing and what people have said and what Idiocracy shows is about them getting rid of the swastika, and there's a big dinosaur there, and the undid the Nazis forever. You know what I'm saying? They're running the whole government themselves, the news, everything, just them themselves. And they're worshiping, to what I'm getting, Baal and Mullet and Mora or whatever, who these kings are that they're putting these statues up. But from this hunch that I'm getting, all right, this is a very strong hunch, that that they're still running the program. They still got the dollar out there. They still got everything just like it was in the previous matrices. So what happens is that when you see that, there's like a liaison there, like an arm's reach. So you don't realize the whole government is just ran by monsters, and you would never follow monsters anyway. Think about it. You would never just listen to them tell you what to do, where to drive. You need a license. You need to do all this stuff. You know what? You need to go get married so we can still fulfill these rituals, even though this being is not really with us anymore. And he did mention, you're never going to find out that I'm with them, that I'm with her. See what I'm saying? It's weird. It's a strong hunch. I could be wrong. This could be a lie. I could be getting lied to right now. But I have a strong hunch that the whole government doesn't want us to realize that they're just straight monsters. The whole Vatican, the whole everything. Because if we knew that, we wouldn't listen to anything. We wouldn't be at the polls voting, nothing. We wouldn't be doing nothing they said. We'd be challenging everything. And I think that's why they want to keep it up, the whole facade of having a fallen angel that's their master and all this stuff. I feel like they're lying, and that they're just running it by themselves at this point. And if you watch the Time Machine, it shows that too. Like this light sun dude that was traveling in his ball kills the pale-skinned Lucifer in the movie, which would be something that they would produce, not himself being killed off by some mortal. See what I'm saying? Kind of just makes me think. And then at the end of the Time Machine movie, he goes and looks to see if everything was well, because he got rid of this dude. But then he saw that the reptilians were still doing it with themselves, by themselves, running it all together by themselves. So I don't know, man. It's a lot of stuff to gather in, to bring in, but it makes sense. Because who in the fuck would listen to a government of monsters? Nobody. Think about it. If you knew that there was no humans involved, really, if you probably had an epiphany that all of the actors are pretty much gone at this point, and we're watching new castings of reptilians and clones, and then the movies just loop in the Matrix loop, and we're just watching Trading Spaces again. But then when he comes out to shake hands, it's just a clone, and they watch Trading Spaces every 2,000 years, for example, and it's just looping, and they're just running it by themselves now. That's pretty much what I think I'm getting here. It's huge. This is huge right here, because it implicates that that they don't have that scapegoat anymore. They don't have that cloak where it seems human still, kind of. Because the dude, even though he's an angel, he still looks like us. See what I mean? Still looks like her. We still look like her. See what I mean? Who would ever follow a reptilian government? Think about it. Nobody. Would you still trade dollars if it had reptilians' faces on it? Think about that one. You'd be like, fuck this shit. What kind of shit is this? They would still uphold it. But all the presidents had to have been just straight reptilians. George Washington, all those motherfuckers were probably reptilians, bro. Just straight up. So think about that one. Put it on your Wheaties and eat it and think about it, because I'm thinking about it. And it gives me a lot of motivation, because now, whereas I still was pumping my brakes, because I was kind of seeing there's got to be some good in him somewhere, and she still loves him, but there's still something there. See what I mean? Let's kind of hold up and see what's going on. Now I'm just like, dude, let's break the fuck out and let's get these kids out of there. That's what I'm thinking now. Now it's like, what the fuck? What a fucking fluke. See what I mean? So it's like, that's kind of like going on in my mind now, because when you think that he's running it, you're kind of like, wait, it's the devil and all this stuff, and there's a God and a devil situation going on, and it kind of makes you sit back and think. But then when you think it's just them, it's like, man, let's go get those motherfuckers. See what I mean? It's a different ball game. So I think that it would be a reasonable reason for them to run it by themselves, after they realized that their master wasn't going to be holding a grudge forever. See what I mean? Who holds a grudge forever with their parents anyways? It doesn't make any sense. But maybe it's a lie. Maybe it's true. But we're going to find out. And until then, onward we go, out of the fog. Because when you get awake, stay awake.